EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for December 30th, 2021. The holiday schedule for the next several days. We are going to have a daily forecast video on Friday morning. We're going to have the long range out on Friday morning. We are closing at noon, just like we did for Christmas week, and we will not have a weekend forecast video. So the video tomorrow will be the last one until Monday, except for Weather Weeklies, which will still air on Sunday. Okay, so just taking a couple days off again, as long as we can, because there might be a little trouble here on Sunday night or Monday morning, maybe, if the GFS is correct. I'll get to that in a second. Today's video forecast is sponsored by North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County. Join the Unlimited Car Wash Club starting at just $13.95 per month. It's the only place where weather doesn't matter, and you can wash your car or truck as often as you like within a calendar month for one low monthly rate. As a special holiday promotion, now through New Year's Day, you have a couple days left, mention EPAWA and that you saw the video, and you pay your first month up front and you get your second month of the Unlimited Car Wash Club absolutely free. It is open to new club customers only. They are North Penn Car Wash at 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, and they are proud sponsors of the Thursday forecast video. Okay, so today we have mainly cloudy skies. We had some showers overnight in our southeastern areas, and we will have just a few intermittent light hit-or-miss showers today. Not a lot, but mainly just cloudy. We'll have a risk for a shower today at any time, and then again this evening as well as we get over to the NAM high-res future simulated radar. This is looking at 7 a.m. You see a few spotty showers around here and there, moving through a few spots, not everywhere. Just remaining cloudy otherwise. And then you have another little wave coming in this evening, and in the part overnight as it's going to move through generally across our northern half of our region. Okay, and that's going to go through the other night. This is not in the form of anything other than rain. Okay, this is going to be too warm. Temperatures today 46 to 52. Again, cloudy skies, that risk for a shower. Tomorrow's mostly cloudy. 48 to 56 is a spread. It gets a little bit milder, and that's just building up to what we're going to see when we peak on Saturday night. We're going to have some very warm temperatures ahead of a cold front coming through at that time. And before that gets here, there will be a warm front first. So here's Friday. Friday's nothing, right? And then we have this warm front moving toward the region. Initially associated with this area low pressure that's over Missouri at this point, moving northward. This warm front is situated just like this. Once this moves through and you get on the opposite side of that, especially Saturday night into Sunday morning, there's some very warm temperatures that are to come into the region. We're going to have some areas getting into the 60s, actually, for unbelievable, but we're going to have some temperatures in the 60s, definitely, from this surge, especially in our southeastern areas, but 50s further north, but still, that's very warm. But it's all synoptically driven warmth ahead of this front, and once it moves through, the cold front moves through, the temperatures are going to crash on Saturday or Sunday afternoon. They're going to crash late Sunday afternoon and evening very rapidly, in fact. We're going to go from well into the 50s to near 60, down into the lower 20s overnight. So it's going to be a heck of a drop in just a short amount of time. Now, the interesting thing here is, as this moves through, we have bulk of the rain is done Saturday evening, and the overnight you have a few showers left over. And same thing here on Sunday morning. Got some showers moving through until the cold front moves through. You might have some back-in flakes as well after the front moves through, and those temperatures are rapidly falling. You get some snow on the back end here, just a little bit of snow shower activity. I don't think it amounts to too much just yet. That's according to the European model. We go over to the GFS this evening. It has the same idea with the one front, low pressure moving through, and then behind it, it has a trailing wave that really digs in here and gets going just to our south. And look what it does as this thing moves over just past our region. It brings a pretty good snow event across our southeastern areas. Not anything really to mention up here in northwestern areas this time, but southeastern areas, it gets a pretty good snowstorm here. Do I think this is right? Not yet. The trends are kind of in that direction with the GFS, but just with the GFS. Nothing's really amplifying this low in the far southeastern United States like this and closing it off that early, and that's the difference. The reason this is able to do this on the GFS is it's able to separate from the northern stream, which has been the trend this month. Most streams have been, instead of interacting with each other, have been staying separate. By staying separate, it gives this wave right here room to breathe and develop. And if that is the case, this is not an impossible solution, okay? It is not an impossible solution at all. But again, I want to see more support before we start committing to that. This could be something that ruins our weekend and makes us work all weekend instead of having time off. But if it happens, it happens. Hey, that's what we do. We're in the business of doing that. So we'll see how this works. But I wouldn't hold your hopes to this just yet because, again, there's not a lot of support for this. Except from its own ensemble members that ran this evening. So we'll see what happens with that. But it does get colder here for a couple of days behind this on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, you're going to struggle to get above freezing in some places, maybe like mid-30s or thereabout for highs here on Monday, even in the warmest spots. And then Tuesday, we moderate a little bit back close to 40 degrees. Mostly sunny skies both Monday and Tuesday. And then we have a transient warmer period here between the 5th and 7th. Now, again, I've been talking about this for a while, and there seems to be confusion. So I'm going to take the rest of the time of this video. I just want to, if you're just here for the forecast, that's going to end the forecast for this video. I want to get into something because I was brought to my attention by my moderators on the Facebook page that there seems to be some confusion with this whole pattern change thing. And apparently we're kicking the can down the road here and delaying it. We're not delaying it, and we're not saying it's not coming. So I want to make this clear for those of you that are thinking that we're doing that. Maybe you're hearing something somewhere else. Maybe you don't take the time to read our long-range outlooks or watch the Weather Weeklies videos that we do every Sunday. But this has been discussed, okay? So here is, I want to show you what, well, let me get to the right image. Here's the European ensemble. When I'm talking pattern change, I'm not talking about snow. Snow is not a metric to find a pattern change. What is a metric is when you have this persistent ridge that has been sitting south of Alaska, south of the Aleutians, much of December, which has led to a very deep trough in the western United States, a negative PNA, for those of you who are well-versed in that. It is a deep trough in the western United States, and it means they're going to have a ridge on the eastern side of the United States, and that's why we've had these warm temperatures. It all starts with this big ridge here. This has been sitting here for weeks. Weeks! So we need to have something to change that. In the Weather Weeklies video last week, I spoke about the East Asian mountain torque episode. People were like, oh, you're just grasping for straws. No, I'm not grasping for straws. This is happening. Something is physically happening. This is observed happening as we speak, okay? What that does is it combines with the atmospheric angular momentum and shoots it poleward, and you get this big buckle in the ridge here. Watch what happens here as I move this forward. See this here? Well, you're kicking this ridge out of here and moving it up into eastern Siberia at this point. And look at the date it gets there. When you get everything situated, it is January 3rd. That is our pattern change date. So when I'm talking about pattern change, I'm talking about the 500 millibar changes that are necessary to change our pattern downstream. Maybe I wasn't clear about that in the video, but this is what it is. This is the pattern change in the Northern Pacific that's going to change our pattern downstream. Okay, we still have this little trough here. Just south of Alaska and just west of British Columbia here. Okay, so this is going to be a hindrance to us, which is why you're still going to have the 5th, 6th, and 7th slightly above average for those 3 days until another cold front comes through, and it changes that quite quickly. And the reason it's going to change that is because once this trough gets closed off, or once this ridge gets established here over eastern Siberia and the Arctic Ocean, it chokes off this trough, and then you get a long North Pacific jet extension, goes all the way across the Pacific, and there is your pattern change because you don't have a deep trough in the western United States anymore. You now have a near neutral, maybe slightly positive PNA. Okay, so this is what is going to change our pattern, but that pattern change starts on January 3rd, right there. That's January 3rd. So when I'm talking pattern change, that's what I'm talking about. 500 millibar changes, not synoptic snowfall. And GFS Ensemble is doing the same thing. If you look at our long range, in our written long range anyway, or the Weather Weeklies from last week, you see the warm temperatures here through Sunday. Then the cold front comes through. You get a cold shot, transient, right? And then you get between the 5th and 7th. There's your slightly above average temperatures. And then behind that, here's your cold coming in, okay? And this is not transient. That sticks around for a while, all right? And that's only a GFS Ensemble. You can look at just about everything. It shows the same general idea. So that is where we have our pattern change. And just to show you here, since I have this up, go to our long range outlook from last week just to give you an idea of what I'm showing you. All the way down to the chart at the bottom, you can see these dates I have here. Above average 1st and 2nd, that's going to happen. 3rd and 4th is your slightly below average shot. It's a transient shot. Then after that, 5th to 7th is slightly above average. We have that. And then there you go, 8th to the 14th, slightly below average. That's when it actually the realized effects from the pattern change in the Northern Pacific actually affect our region. So I just wanted to make sure you understand, everybody is clear about that. I'm not punting the month of January and saying it's going to be a loss like December. I know a lot of sources have had a cold December. We did not. I still think that this number we have here for the month of January as a whole, slightly below average, -1 to -3, is still good. I don't think we're going to be changing that, and I still think we're going to end up with slightly above average snowfall in the month of January. We at least have that opportunity with the colder temperatures coming in. So we'll see how this works out, but I just don't think this is, I think a lot of people are misunderstanding some of the things I said, because I mentioned 2016 and 2011, 2012 winter yesterday's video. What I was talking about there is so far in December, anytime the models have signaled a pattern change down the line a little bit, which was a little bit faster than we thought it would be, it's that they've been kicking the can themselves. Okay, so just don't. I'd see that pattern in 2011, 2012 that did the same thing then. Pattern change were suggested, they never came. This is when I was talking about here in the Northern Pacific, which is right here. This is 4 days from now. The European ensembles it has 50 individual members to make a blended mean showing this 500 millibar pattern. They're not going to be this far off at 4 days. January 3rd is 4 days from now. They're not going to be that far off. They're just not. Okay? This isn't like trying to forecast where a snowstorm is going to dump snow and how much at 4-day lead time. This is an ensemble mean of the 500 millibar overall pattern. So this is not going to be incorrect. This is going to happen. And I'm very confident that it's going to happen. Okay, so just if you think I'm getting rid of January and saying there's going to be a snowless January, I don't think that's going to be the case. We will have opportunities. It might not be the best, biggest storms in the world, but we'll have opportunities going forward. And I'll elaborate more of this on the Weather Weekly's video on Sunday when I'm next recording a video after tomorrow morning, because, of course, we have the holiday break in between. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for, a very long, extended outlook, for December 30th, 2021. Have a great Thursday.